small one.
Hi, everyone. I brought us back because I wanted you all to also see Mochi.
Wait, are we live right now?
I think we're live now. Yeah.
I have massively screwed up on my part. So hold on.
Oh yeah, check that out. That's gorgeous.
Yeah. So yes, I wanted to come back early because I wanted everyone else to see Mochi because seeing dogs is wonderful and is pure and wonderful. And as evil as I may be, I still love dogs. So
that is like the final straw for me, honestly. I can put up with a lot of stuff. But...
Yeah. If you don't
look, there's one thing that you will never, ever catch me doing in a Pathfinder D&D game. You will never see me hurt an animal. Like,
yes.
I appreciate that, Jake.
I would terminate friendship.
One time in an MMO, I killed a dog in front of Indigo, and I literally thought our friendship was over. I'm not even joking. He was so mad at me.
So it was Division 2. And in Division, like, they have like wild dogs that are running all over the place. And what made it worse is not only did he kill a dog, which is big no, but the game was also glitched. And so I literally just kept hearing the howl of the dog over and over.
Okay.
And over.
Wait, the worst part of it is that's why I did it.
Oh my God.
Krug, are you so bad?
Krug, that is horrible. I have like a major gripe with like I've been thinking for a while, like if a video game is gonna make fighting dogs mandatory, you cannot make it sound sad when they die. Like that is an illegal game design, and especially you are not allowed to leave a glitch in that loops it.
Wait, real quick, just to bring this back to Pathfinder, pro tip for all you players out there, do not remind your GM of times that you messed with him right before you start a session.
Don't worry, we're in a really safe place right now.
So before we get into today's episode, I'm going to smoothly transition from killing virtual dogs to some sponsorship stuff. Hey! So first, I want to talk about our relationship with Die Hard Dice. We are going to start doing some giveaways. This is a set that we're going to be giving away on another show, but we are going to be next Sunday, we're going to be giving away this big, huge, beautiful metal dice with it, that it is black and red. And I thought it was the most Court of Corvids dice because it's metal, it's heavy. It'll probably put a dent in someone's forehead if you smash it into them. And, it's cool. So next week, we are going to be giving away this D20. And I'm very excited about it. So make sure that you come and join us because we're going to be giving it away during the stream. We're going to be picking someone that is watching it. In the next few weeks, we're also going to be giving away other sets of dice. The other set of dice that I was telling you about is another metal set of dice, which is purple and black. I thought was also
Ooh, I want those. What show are those being given away on?
Yeah,
we're going to be giving this set away on the show that happens right after ours, which is Power Play. The other thing that's really cool is we actually are going to be doing some comic book giveaways on that show as well. I believe we have a nice relationship with Dark Horse, and so they will be doing some giveaways. So stick around, people. That's right. We have gotten to the size enough that we can give cool stuff to you guys. So check that shit out.
Who published Darkened Wish?
That was I think that was Dark Horse. Yeah, that was Dark Horse as well. It was Wizards of the Coast and Dark Horse, I think.
Dark Horse.
I don't think their relationship is necessarily in hand. It was more of the fact that show is a comic book show, and I think the GM has a relationship with them. So hey, relationship
Dark Horse rules.
Yeah. Well, they also make like the prep. Anyways, let's not get into comics. I'll be here all day.
I've been reading all the Dragon Age comics lately. It's a great time.
Nice. The next thing I'm going to talk about is not a sponsorship. It is not a sponsorship, but it was something I wanted to bring up and show you guys and ask you guys if I should talk to Dogmite about this. I made myself a cool little like Court of Corvids dice holder. So we got a nice cool crow on this side. And then we got some skulls on this side. The dice don't come with it, but
it's so pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty sturdy. It literally came in right before the show started, so I'm excited to show you with the dice. It also has these like little like potion bottles on the sides. Anyways, last thing that we're going to be talking about is a little company. I don't know if any of you have heard of it, called the Beetle and Grimm's is actually doing a Kickstarter right now, which is the Complete Character Chronicles. I'm going to be sending a link to all of you in the chat, so make sure to check that out. That is a super cool Pathfinder 2nd edition specific book set that you can buy that are class-specific books that you will be able to put your character, like your character sheet is in there, but it's also a good place to put notes and a lot of other pieces that are specific to your class. Like, so it literally like puts all of the different like aspects that you need. Like if you're playing a fighter, you're not going to necessarily need a section for spells, right? So this book is built for classes so that it helps you find things better and easier for you, as well as make it a location which you can take notes about the campaign that you're doing.
Instead of like a generic character sheet, it's like a purpose-built character sheet, which like if you don't, if you don't think that having all of that extra stuff like scattered around is annoying, then I envy you because
my
ditzy ass needs that like really bad.
I mean, and there's literally like, and all the character sheets I make, I focus all my attention on page 1, and then you go all the way down to like page 5 for casters, like, and everything else I completely ignore, never use, Yeah. So this is a complete like thing that you can make, and I like that the standard edition is, and I've never heard this word before, or this series of words put together, vegan leather covers.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
What is a vegan leather cover?
Well, the cover is made of vegan leather, which means it's leather not from an animal, so probably fake leather of some kind. Yeah,
it's plastic. Yeah.
Oh, well,
this is much better, honestly, but
right.
but like, wouldn't you just call it like I don't know? Why would it be vegan leather? Just
because it sells.
Leather sounds corny.
Well, there you go. You can have a vegan leather cover. So yeah, check out that. Like I said, there's a link.
It could be a like a legal thing, because I know in the UK they were trying to make it so that people couldn't say what are those like Impossible Burgers?
Impossible Burgers?
Yeah, Beyond Burgers. Like they were saying you couldn't call it a burger. They were trying to like get that to be a law. So if it wasn't real meat, you couldn't call it a burger. So they were trying to say that they had to call them like plant discs.
What?
Like legally, they were like,
so
the meat industry there was trying to push it so that they couldn't call them burgers and instead call them plant discs.
I don't eat meat and I love those things.
Why disc? Why not plant burger?
It can't be burger.
All right,
because people like the word burger
because the meat industry has power.
Yeah, so they're trying to have it say plant disc or something. I don't think that
plant
passed.
Disc. How about an edible frisbee?
I haven't looked into it. But maybe it's similar. Like they said you can't say pleather anymore because it's too close to leather. Like the leather industry was like, no.
What about savory saucer?
Ooh, I like that.
They're trying to make it sound bad. They're trying to make it sound bad.
Yeah. Because the burger industry is like, no, eat my meat. No. So I actually just
wow, what a perv the burger industry is.
I just looked up the definition of burger because that's where I am in my life.
What is burger?
A dish containing a round patty of ground beef or something, or sometimes another savory ingredient that is fried or grilled, and is typically served in a split bun or roll with various condiments and toppings. Yeah,
it sounds like the Beyond Burger's a burger. Sorry.
As long as it's savory.
That's true. Yeah, if the sweet cream burgers, they might not qualify, but
who cares? It's all unhealthy. Just eat it.
Well, some people don't want to eat meat, and if they don't want to eat meat,
no. Yeah, I know. I was talking to the meat industry.
Jonas also doesn't eat meat.
Correct. At least not if I can help it.
Nice ghost, Jake.
Are you scared?
Nice ghost you've got there.
I'm not scared. It's literally just a light that plugs in. So
I would be scared. I don't think that's natural.
I'm not saying that I woke up at like 4 a.m. to 6 knocks on my floor or anything, but I definitely.
You should be afraid of what's happening in your house.
Yeah,
There's
you
no
guys
such thing as
should go-
ghosts. Ghosts aren't real.
Ghosts aren't real. Exactly.
Ghosts aren't
It's
real.
it's too bad it's a pandemic and that you have a witch friend who could totally come, talk to the ghost for you.
I've been told to get salt and sage, and I think I've just been playing Phasmophobia too much. But I think we are like 15 minutes in, and we haven't even said who we are.
It's a record. Let's keep it running. Come on.
My name is Jake. No, look, if people want us to have an episode where we maybe at the end of an arc where we just sit here and talk with everyone for an hour or two, I'm cool with that. But that's not this episode. So
Sure.
my name is Jake. I go by he, him, but I'll be playing a bunch of different characters. So keep up. William and Jonas, I think I saved enough time for William to finish eating, so they
did.
Go for it.
We did it. Our plan.
Go ahead.
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm William, they, them, and I'm playing Remy Ashwillow, the Goblin Fighter, also they, them.
I'm Jonas, they, them, and I play the the Dampier Chameleon Gnome Storm
that's
Druid
true.
Robin, she, her.
I'm also a Dampier now.
Yeah.
Part. And we're in a band together called Glass Beach. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at Glass Beach Band. You can find our website, glassbeach.band. You can find our Patreon and our Twitch /Glass Beach Band. We have a link tree, linktree.ee/Glass Beach Band. And I also do 2 other shows for QueueTimes. One is Hijinks and Handlebars, and the other one is Killer Set. Hijinks and Handlebars is a Kids on Bikes. We got 50 episodes backlogged of that on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel. And also I did a Hijinks and Dungeon World offshoot kind of thing. Not really related, but just something we started doing when we went remote. That is on a hiatus. We'll be coming back with that to finish that off. Then we'll do Kids on Brooms. Then we'll get back to the main continuity of Kids on Bikes. And the second show, which I said was Killer Set, is a Monster of the Week campaign where I take real-life musicians and bands and have them play fake musicians and bands who have to fight monsters and solve mysteries in order to play their gigs. We've had Pink Shift on, and we've had Bad Moves on. And I've reached out to, 19 other bands. and we haven't confirmed the next one yet. So.
Yeah. It'll happen. Keep an eye out for it.
Wait, I'm going to start a band now. I'm starting a band.
All of them have said they're very interested and they definitely want to do it at some point, which means maybe a year from now we'll hear back from
That's basically a Facebook going at this point.
Yeah.
Oh,
bands.
Facebook going.
Remember Facebook going? The days of going on Facebook?
Bands are just in a perpetual state of Facebook going.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would like to do this. I would like both of you to stand in front of a camera with a green screen behind you, and I want you to repeat the whole Glass Beach Band thing. But I would like to do that, and then I would like to put some banjo music in the background and put a car lot behind you.
Call 1-800 Beach Band.
And then every time you say Glass Beach Band, just put really bad 3D text that says Glass Beach Band.
Near you. Buy now.
Krug, go for it. You're next.
Hi, I'm Krug, playing Krug Claudel the Human Monk. Both of us, he, him. There was no Game Gorgon last week, but as a special little treat for y'all, there was a fun episode of Recall Knowledge of the Pathfinder Quiz Show on No Nat One's channel, which contained me and another Pathfinder 2nd Edition content creator named Basics for Gamers. We did a quiz show that No Nat One's prepared for us. It was like Jeopardy style, and I got absolutely trounced. You should go check it out because while that is spoilers, it's not really spoilers. You can see by the quote that I have right in front of me. I'm going to verbatim read this comment to you that No Nat One's, the person who invited me on the show and very specifically said that I was a cool person, also said, look, when your charisma is as high as Krug's, you have to sacrifice some boosts to int. Fucking wrote that in the chat. Fucking,
oh my
fucking
God.
Monster.
Well, here's the thing, Krug.
I'm going to get you for that.
I mean, rebel as you are, it was rude of you to go on the channel No Nat Ones and roll a Nat 1 on the quiz. So it really, they told you all, they warned you.
Look, the knowledge between Krug and the other player was only 100 points away. It's not, but the thing is, each question was 100 points or 200 and so on. So it wasn't that he got, oh wait, there's a negative below between your numbers. Oh,
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
I did watch it. It was enjoyable and good, and I don't think you did as bad as you're presenting. You did numbers on the board, yes. Answering questions correctly, yes. But it was a lot of fun to watch,
and that's what counts, you know.
Yeah, it's entertainment, not education.
Hey, look. As long as we don't count the score or how we use metrics to determine whether you did good or not, as long as we don't use those, you did great.
Let's use subjective metrics only. Bottom line, objective metrics are
if
clearly
it was golf,
you
would have nailed it.
Oh,
if
yeah.
it was golf.
And Nom Nom Fabo has it correct. I'm surprised Greg is still here. Yeah.
I don't know why y'all got to be so mean to me, but oof and ouch at the same time.
All right, Moss, you're up. What do you got for me?
She's got a Moogle.
This is my emotional support Moogle because I need to hug something because it's no longer Halloween season. It's really upsetting to my goth soul.
It's Halloween year round. Fuck the calendar.
I actually have a sign in my house that says every day is Halloween. Anyway, hi, I'm Molly McIsaac, and you can follow me across the internet at Molly McIsaac, except here on Twitch, where I am Nightglimmer. I finally remembered my screen name. I stream a lot of Final Fantasy XIV. I have plans to stream other things, but then I just end up playing Final Fantasy XIV more. So you should go follow me. I would also like to plug the Basic Witches, which I still haven't finished editing videos of because Da Vinci's making me have 5 panic attacks today. But eventually I will edit enough videos that I could post things. But also, this is a segue. Hey, if any of you know anyone who works at Facebook, please let me know. My account got totally deleted, so I don't have access to the Basic Witches page right now because I am a liberal troublemaker, and I got banned enough times, and I'm in enough, I guess, politically questionable groups that my Facebook has been nerfed from the earth. So my Basic Witches, what it is still there, but my mod account was connected to my Facebook, and now I don't have access to it. So hey, if you know someone at Facebook, please let me know. But otherwise, please go look at the Basic Witches and follow me on places not Facebook. And I play Moss the Magnificent, and we are both she/her. That's all. Okay.
The last thing that I am going to mention is that this month, coming up very soon, I'm buying time for Kay Cunning or someone else to come into chat and remind me the date. But our Discord server is doing Extra Life. And they're doing a 24-hour event. November 7th, they're doing an event. Look, I'm really bad with dates. If it's not on a calendar directly in front of me at the moment, it does not exist.
You can't make fun of me for the game show anymore, you piece of shit.
I mean, but I can. So yes, November 7th we are doing by we I mean they're doing a 24-hour live stream that is going on, so you should definitely watch them. We are going to be hosting their while they're live, as long as we're not doing anything. If we're doing something, clearly we'll come back to what we're doing, but we're going to be hosting them. You need to check them out. It's for an entire it's for Extra Life, so it's a charity, so check it out. Yeah,
we will be streaming that day as Glass Beach, because it just so happens that we mentioned an announcement thingy last time that November 7th is the day it's getting announced. So we're going to be live, but we'll only be live streaming for not 24 hours. So just a tiny thing, but we'll host too.
There you go. So check out that. And now 50, what did we start? Almost 30 minutes into the episode. Let's start rolling some dice. So
okay,
last week,
11.
11? Yeah. Is that what was that, D20 or was that something else?
That was a D20, so I don't know what I'm adding.
Oh, okay. Last we left off, Krug had sat down to meditate and discovered that his spirity friends were no longer attached to him. And that's where we're going to start, is Krug coming to the realization that they're no longer there.
Am I still in like the weird, like grayed out, not actually.
No, you snap back to
I go,
reality.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I have to do it. Back to life, back to reality. Okay, I'm done.
Oop, there goes gravity, right?
Yeah.
We just got a chain.
I'm gonna. Can I roll an Arcana
Sure.
to see if I know what happened? See if how much I understand about magic. Oh, 18. I'm untrained.
An 18 in Arcana. I mean,
Yeah.
you have been repeatedly told that that this separates the link. That's the word that continuously gets put over and over and over again. It severs the link between Lamash 2. You also know that something has happened to Cloaky, and the fact that Cloaky was sick or ill or something, and that has affected him somehow. And now this. So you
I'm
even
slowly
with
like putting these pieces together without really understanding the powers behind them and just being like, all right, I don't know if this. Oh, damn it! And I'm gonna just like sprint around the house and look for the doctor again.
You sprint around and you can see the doctor is out on the dance floor, just chatting and having a snack, just talking with people.
I'm gonna grab his arm and like pull him a little bit towards me.
There.
I have an emergency, doctor.
Just say there really quick. I just want that to be.
My bad.
Their
Yeah.
arm.
I'm gonna grab their arm and say, I have an emergency, doctor. I'm sorry to bother you.
Yes. Is everything okay? Is your demon friend back again and hurt?
No. It's. Remember I told you about that thing I need help with?
Yes. Yeah. We were going to talk about it later. Yes.
They're gone.
Living Mazel Tov.
Is that good?
Yeah. Congratulations.
Vampires are Jewish.
I don't understand.
Well, I guess we're Jewish now. Okay.
I don't understand, doctor. Is that I can't find them. I don't know what happened to them. Where did they go?
I don't know. I had never even had the opportunity to meet them, so I can't really tell you where they went. We can run some experiments on you if you'd like.
Yeah, please do.
Okay. Yes, let's go. And they put their arm out for you to kind of grab on, and they're gonna like take you to another room.
Okay, I do.
It's just kind of like let's be close. You clearly are distraught kind of a thing. Like
okay.
It's just more of like a, hey, let's.
Not like a romantic thing?
No.
I don't know why that's where my mind went first. I was like, okay.
You're allowed to touch your friends, right? Like,
no, I agree.
They're okay with it,
Yeah.
So they walk you back up to the section, and as you go up the stairs, they go, this seems to be bothering you. I'm quite confused. I'll be completely honest with you. You talked about wanting to figure out what was happening with them and why they were with you, and now that they're gone, you're also upset?
Because I don't know what happened to them. I told them that I would help them. And if I knew for a fact that something good came of where they went but I don't know anything. They're gone sort of spontaneously. And I get that it probably has something to do with the ritual y'all performed, and I apparently don't have enough common sense to understand that would have happened. But suffice it to say, if they are in danger or hurt, or if they're trapped just somewhere else, I have to figure that out, and I have to go help them. I told them I would help them, and I'm gonna help them.
Okay, all right. And you get to a room. Like you go back to the exact room that you were originally like doing the ceremony, and they kind of pull out a not a bed so much as like a lack of a better term would be like a morgue table, right? It's just kind of like a flat surface that gets you up to like their chest. And they go, okay, do you mind please laying?
And I lay down.
Okay. And they go, I'm going to perform a series of rituals. Are you all right with that?
I'm going to be completely honest, Doctor. I don't know what that entails, so yes.
I will remain communicative with you the entire time. And if at any time you feel uncomfortable or are not okay with it, we will stop. Is that okay?
That sounds like the most reasonable thing I've heard all day. Thank you.
Wonderful. They turn around and they start like rummaging through like what seems to be like a table that has a series of like candles and bottles and liquids and stuff like that. We're gonna go over to Moss though. Moss, you are out on the dance floor. No. Last you left is you were sleeping with Cloaky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
a little cloak cuddle.
yeah. So you're laying there and you start to hear Cloaky again. And go, hey, Moss, can you wake up?
Cloaky, are you back?
Yeah, I mean, sort of. My chest still kind of hurts. That's not normal, but we'll get over that. Like, we'll deal with that when it becomes a bigger problem. Right now,
Moss shoots up and looks over. Is Cloaky actually back in corporal form?
no, Cloaky is still in the cloak.
For a moment there, I thought I hoped that, but it's all right. How do you have a chest and a cloak?
So basically, this cloak isn't necessarily. What is a good one? Have you ever heard of a pocket dimension?
Oh yes, I'm sure I've read about such things.
So the cloak is actually a pocket dimension.
Oh, okay. So
I'm technically here, but I'm technically in a pocket dimension, and I have a link that allows me to talk to you. And then whenever you're using abilities, I'm technically using it at like this like weird orb thing that exists in here. And basically whatever I do to that orb, it comes out of you. That's a weird way of saying that. But yeah, that's kind of like the best way to say it.
So can you feel this? And Moss starts poking Cloaky.
I mean, sort of. I mean, okay. Imagine you're in a big, giant bubble, like, or I guess balloons don't exist yet. Basically, when you move around or do stuff, it kind of changes the shape of the world that I'm in. So if I like walked up to the edge of it and you poked a specific spot, I could theoretically feel you touching me.
Well, there's certainly possibilities there.
Jonas just clocked out.
No. I just figure I can let this scene play for the rest of the episode. That's all.
Yeah, we're just gonna mute on our end. Don't worry about it.
Well, that certainly presents interesting possibilities. I'm really rethinking the intimacy that I've had with you in the past, though, now that I've experienced you in a corporal form. Perhaps I shouldn't use you to blanket me when I'm cold anymore. That's I don't know. I'm struggling with these thoughts. Anyway, I'm going off track. What's going on? Why did you wake me up?
Do you remember when we were at right after we dealt with Asahar? Do you remember that really weird feeling that I had, and I felt there was a bunch of ghosts around us?
Oh yeah, yes, I remember that. That was quite weird, and no one would listen to me.
Yeah, I got that same exact feeling. Like literally, I can feel the cockles of my on the back of my neck standing.
Your cockles?
Yes.
Cockles?
Nope, don't do that. Don't do it.
I'm sorry, I got slightly distracted there. So
Paizo affiliate.
Whatever.
I didn't say anything bad. You feel the ghosts. Okay. Well, what do we do about that?
I have no idea. I just felt that it was important to wake you up and make you aware of this so that like it just kind of like all of a sudden happened.
Can I feel anything? Can I roll perception or something?
Sure.
Okay. No, dice, that's not where you go.
Can you see your breath? Where's the EMF reader?
yeah. I need to.
I get that joke. I get that joke, Jonas.
It was for you.
Thank you.
Hi, Kat. Also, hi, Kat.
It's a good roll. That would be 27.
The 27.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of look around and you get a very detailed view of the room that you're in, and you can hear the music being played. And you can hear that people are still out there. But as it comes to feeling any sort of spirits or ghosts, it's blank. Like it's just feel like you're in a room, you're at a party. Like, and you're like, oh, well, maybe some of the people downstairs are yeah, no, that doesn't make sense because theoretically he could have felt it, but you don't feel it, you know?
Well, Cloaky, while I believe you, I as you know, I'm a very, very perceptive magic user, and I personally don't feel anything. Do you have any suggestions as to...
Moss, put me on your head.
Oh, that thing that we're doing. Again, this all feels a bit more loaded, but...
again, it's not like that. That's not how any of this works.
Well, you know... All right.
As soon as you put the cloak over your head, right around your eyes, it starts to glow around, and you start to be able to see through it like a sheer piece of cloth. And sure enough, there's like 5 ghosts just standing aimlessly in the room you're in.
God.
Hello?
Yeah, they can't.
Hello?
That's not how that works. It's just kind of like you can see them, and they're just kind of there. It doesn't. Yeah, no.
Is there a way for me to communicate with them? Didn't they have something to do with Krug? Like, wasn't Krug doing something with these ghosts?
Hell, if I know, maybe we talked to him. I have no idea.
Oh, I feel like he's not a big fan of me right now, but...
You know, I'm just throwing this out there. I'm pretty sure the dude wanted to punch me in the face.
Oh, he absolutely did. That's why I was trying to say, like, don't say who you are. But it's okay. You know, we're friends. We work things out. I'm going to take you off now because this is creeping me out.
Yeah, as soon as you take it off, there's nothing in the room.
So I suppose that I'm going to go find Krug. So Moss gets up and fixes herself. She's very messy, as she always is after she wakes up. But she smooths her gown down and her hair down and takes Cloaky much more lovingly than usual and kind of cradles him in her arms and sets forth to find Krug.
What is Robin and Remy doing at this time?
We get to the dance floor and I say, okay, this is nothing weird or anything. We are just a married couple looking for another married couple. We just turned into vampires. We want to know because they just turned into vampires. Nothing else is going on. We just want to talk.
We want a conversation with people like us.
Everyone kind of like stops and looks at the two of you and then like proceeds to go back to their conversation. Like this is a momentary weird lapse of like, we're looking for a couple to swing with.
I almost want to say we come down very formally because I imagine, at least I'll say for Robin, like her experience with like parties and dances has been very formal, and they've probably attended some together. Remy, I don't know if they ever were formal at that, but in Robin's case, at least, it was very, like you were saying, like a crier.
Yeah, so you kind of shout that out, and people literally just kind of look at you while you're speaking, and then just like, well, that doesn't pertain to me, and turn and like go back to what they were doing. Both of you roll me perception checks.
I would love to do that. Yeah. And I'm gonna give myself my guidance. As I just kind of look around, I'm like, somebody must be reacting to this. I'm gonna use my black and red D20 now that I'm a vampire. I'll just let it down. That is 9 plus 13 is 22. Plus 1, 23.
23, okay.
And I got 17.
You look around, and while there isn't anyone that you look around and see in a wedding dress and You know what I mean? Like, it's not that obvious. But you look around and you can definitely see that there are couples that are within the party, and that can give you like a good direction to kind of start heading towards. Specifically, you can see that there are a few what look to be Dampier couples that you could probably walk up to and talk to.
Did any of them seem because we were like not describing super specifically, but we described like a recently married couple who were recently turned, I think, right?
Yeah.
Does anyone seem to react differently to hearing that of these couples?
You get the distinct feeling that one of the couples are more involved with each other than they are with the environment around them. So it's possible that they may not have even listened or heard you speak.
Well, we should talk to them first then, because they need to hear what we just said. So I think we just walk over there.
Yeah, you walk, I glide.
Okay, sure. Robin actually, I'm gonna drop to all fours, turn into like a hound, and just bolt over there and then reform. No, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I'll walk over. Hi, I don't know if you heard. My name is Robin. Recently turned Dampier. This is well, they'll be here soon. That's Remy.
Remy. I'm just getting up off of the ground. I still cannot glide yet. I'm getting there.
You got it, babe. Yeah, they're trying to fast track the whole gliding thing. But were you also recently married and turned by any chance?
Yes. Our wedding night was maybe I don't even know what today is. Maybe like 3 or 4 days ago.
Okay, 3 or 4 days ago. That makes a lot of sense.
Hello, I'm right here now.
Okay, great, babe. I don't like yelling at parties. Yeah, we were. I think we're looking for you. We might have a lot in common, the four of us.
Yeah, so we saw your thing. Cart.
Your cart, I think. Was your cart crashed outside of town?
Yeah, it was crashed outside the town. Was that you?
Yeah, we lost a wheel.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm glad you're okay.
It's not like we did it. It's like a sympathetic sorry.
Right, sorry that it happened.
We weren't the ones who destroyed your wheel.
No.
Which is perfectly fine. It happens. But yes. Anyways, can we help you with something?
Yes, I have some questions. And Remy pulls out the pipe.
It's Detective Ash Willow. We should give a formal introduction. You can just call me Robin.
Detective Count Ash Willow.
Detective. What about Count Detective? Have you thought about it? Detective Count Ash Willow. Count Detective. You see the thing. Count. I feel like Detective Ash Willow is kind of your name, right?
Okay.
You are Count Detective Ash Willow, or Detective
Count
Ash Willow.
Well, Count is more of like who I am now. So I just am a count. It is my being.
Right.
So like my occupation is detective.
Right.
My occupation is not being a count.
No, it's just something you are.
Although it is my title.
What do you two think?
Are you nobility?
No.
Not really. Could have been, but no, not really. No.
Isn't count a title for someone that is noble?
Unless you're and Robin, like like when you're trying to like tell a parent like, oh, my kid doesn't know about Santa Claus yet, sort of thing, like communicating one thing to you, one thing to Remy, just like, or if you're a vampire, you're a count. That's the way it works.
I didn't realize that if you become a vampire, you automatically get the title of count.
If you want it, you have to want it, and they want it. So.
But wouldn't that just kind of give away your secret?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes, it would.
Interesting. These are all things, and Remy puts the pipe away, pulls out the notepad. Notes that I should probably be taking.
Oh, is that a horse? Is that a drawn horse on that page? It's lovely.
Oh my goodness, thank you. Well, actually, I was drawing all of the people at the party.
I didn't see any centaurs.
Well, this one is supposed to be Ash. And the person that was with Ash, the Rowan, I drew both of them together, like combined. This is just sort of what it looks like. If you like it so much, here you can have it. There's that.
Yeah. Why don't you take that, keep it, put it in your pocket. Just keep it. And it's for you.
So
when you meant together, did you mean physically? Because this horse just looks like it has two heads.
No, yes, I put them together. This is what I would think they would look like if they were like smushed together. Like if someone was doing a weird experiment, and they were turned into an abomination.
You know what? I appreciate this. Thank you. I will keep this. And it's kind of like they're not trying to be insulting, but they're definitely like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, this is a weird conversation, but thank you.
So, yes, me, Count Detective Ashvilo.
Okay.
I have some questions. You were recently turned. You were turned not too long ago, but longer ago than we were. What are some things that we can look forward to, and maybe some, easy mistakes that the two of you made?
Beginner tips and tricks.
Things that we can avoid.
Oh, Well, I mean, it hasn't been. I mean, we haven't been turned for very long, so I feel that we are grateful for the experience, and we're happy that we're going to be able to be together. That is what's important to us. And they reach over and they take each other's hand.
Boo! Sorry, I'm just working on my ghost impression. I'm thinking about becoming that at some point as well.
Right. Okay.
Completely unrelated. That's a beautiful moment you just shared.
Very sweet. Yeah, I mean, I suppose it's all right. Look, we're not. You didn't ask to be grilled here. We want. I don't like surprises if I can help it, right? I'm a creature of prey, or a prey creature. I'm very frightened easily. Is there anything that I know you said it hasn't been long, but we were literally turned an hour ago. Any changes that maybe happened to you first night, second night?
It was interesting. We're still getting used to the sleep schedule.
What is the sleep schedule?
That is actually important to me.
Well, you don't need as much sleep. I mean, at least it doesn't feel like you need as much sleep. But it's still a thing you kind of want to do because your brain's like, this is what I've done my entire life. But kind of lay there and just stare off into the sun or the moon or the stars or whatever time you just want to sleep and lay. It's not like you have to sleep during the day. That's just a rumor. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. We're still used to it.
I mean, so much. It sounds like you've been one of the unforeseen gifts of this. This is more time awake with each other when you're not really doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that sounds worth it, babe.
No, I love to be awake. Let's see here. Okay, so that's cool. I have drawn you another horse, but this one is upside down and it has wings. So it's like, a bat hanging from the ceiling, but it is a horse. Please take it and put it away.
Yeah, you can fold it up in your pocket.
And they fold it up and put it in the same pocket.
Final question from Count Detective Ashwillow and their lovely investigative partner. Count Investigator.
Robin, you can just call me Robin. I want to leave way out of it, actually.
Robin, the final question: did you have a run-in with the hunter?
Did we? No.
At any point?
No. I mean, well, we had ran into him when we got into town. We were trying to make our way up here. We had yet to make the decision yet, and you could tell that he was trying to stop us. But we still made it our way up here, and we went through with it.
Do you think he is the reason that the wheel on your cart, had a little malfunction?
And he looks kind of embarrassed, and if he had more blood in his skin, and he wasn't as pale as he is, you could tell that he'd be blushing. He goes, "No, that is because I'm very bad at maintaining my own cart. That was completely my fault."
Well, it happens. These are all skills that we acquire through hard work. I mean, look, I'm pretty handsy myself. If you've given us a lot of help today, if I can help you fix up anything in your life or bake you something, if you like any of the plants around here, I can get you 100 of them. Just let me know.
I know 2 gay farmers who could really soup up your cart.
We know a couple gay. Yeah, but they could fix it up in a day, 2 days. Maybe.
Hot gay farmers too.
Yeah.
just completely fine.
We could triple date, you know. I mean, this feels like I feel like we're, you know, clicking. I would love to get to know you more. Maybe we all get together sometime over blood, yeah. You know, and something for Kevin and Mike. Kevin and Mike, right? Out of character, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure. I'll call you sometime.
Oh, okay. Do you
okay,
want
great.
the kissy box?
Yeah, we each pull out a kissy box.
I don't have mine anymore.
Oh, yeah,
you don't have
so,
yours either.
Who did I give it to?
you just gave it to
Oh, did I just give it to Dr. Ravna? No. Who would I have given it to?
No. Who did you give it
I think
to?
I have mine.
No. You gave yours away and I gave mine away.
Did I give you gave yours to Mia? I gave mine to the farmers.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, cool. We both pull out empty hands.
Oh.
It looks like we're trying to shake hands in a weird way.
They like put their hand on top of yours like this.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna just head over here. I'm parched, so I'm just gonna.
Oh,
you're going to drink some blood. Yes,
right.
of course.
And they just leave.
Babe, listen, I know I'm still pretty out of practice with the whole talking to people thing, so my read might be a little bit off, but I think that went really well.
I think the problem might have been that they didn't invite us into the conversation, and we are vampires now, so that is.
Yeah.
I drew you a horse.
Oh, thank you, babe.
You as a horse.
It is me, a horse.
And Krug, you're laying there on the table. And Dr. Ravna turns and sets some objects next to you on the bed. I'm going to be taking some of these items here. Some of them are liquid, some of them are solid. Do you have any allergies?
Do I have any allergies?
That's a Krug decision, not a Jake decision.
No, I don't have any allergies.
Yeah, I'm allergic to critical misses.
And they dip their finger in something, and they draw a line on your forehead with what seems to be like a thick, sweet smelling substance across your head, just like as a straight line. You can roll a perception check if you'd like to try to figure out what it is.
Sure.
Rami's allergies shield.
I saw that.
21.
Yeah, this is honey. This is a honey of some sort. So they do this line, and then they take the excess and put lines down your shoulder, or down your arm with that object, and then they pull out what seems to be a small container with what looks to be a red liquid. And Dr. Ravnik goes, "This is blood. I'm going to be placing this on you."
Whose blood?
This blood is I believe this is the blood of I always forget the proper terminology, but it's the blood of a demon, but it's like the small ones. Oh gosh, like an imp. An imp, that's what it is. It's the blood of an imp.
Yep, all right, I guess.
It is a part of the ceremony. There are weird things that happen during ceremonies and rituals. I apologize. I understand that this may not be something that you're used to. That's why I'm trying to keep you abreast with everything that's going on.
I appreciate that. I was just making sure you weren't going to say it's a shopkeeper's blood, because that would not be okay with me.
Everything that we have gotten is either through approval or via defense.
Fair enough.
And they dip the ends of their finger and kind of just like splat over you as they close their eyes and they start chanting. Krug, literally speckles of little red dots just like cover your face.
I shut my eyes as tight as I possibly can.
I love somebody, I forgot who it was in the chat, said when you were like, let's do an experiment, they're like, that would never go over with my group. There's no way.
So yeah, they sprinkle over you and they start saying a chant, and they stop very abruptly and they go, Oh, this is interesting.
Oh, don't say that.
Have you And they open their eyes and they look at you and go, the best way to describe this is, have you ever taken string and tied it around like a twig or something and pulled, and then the rope or string break?
I mean, yeah.
So your body is the twig or the tree.
Okay.
Your body is covered with severed ends, just completely around you. You look like just hundreds of thousands of ropes are just coming from your body, and they're going in every direction.
Right. I mean, I buy that. I probably could have told you that this isn't. I'm not looking after one spirit. I'm fairly certain the result of a massacre. I don't know how they attached to me or why. I mean, I guess I know why. I don't know how they attached to me, but they did.
Give me another moment.
Yeah.
And they close their eyes and they put their hand in an interesting symbol, and they lean back and they start saying something in a completely different language. Moss, if you'd like to roll a perception check, because you're not too terribly far, you might be able to hear them.
Okay. 21.
Oh yeah, you can definitely hear Dr. Ravna say, because they're not quiet. Literally, Krug, before they were just kind of like, now they're like, I'm literally just doing tongues at this point. And yeah, so you easily hear this Moss.
Okay, I quicken my pace and proceed to where the strange tongues language is coming from.
It's coming from the room that you were originally laying down with Cloaky in.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I've just come full circle.
No. Not sleeping. Not like when Cloaky was like incorporeal.
Oh, okay. When he was on the bed.
Yeah.
All right. I wouldn't say burst in, but I'm not.
You're not hesitating. Yeah.
I'm not discreet in my entrance.
As you walk in, you see Dr. Ravna in with their hands twisted, together in front of their chest, and their head leaning back and screaming. This just what sounds to be a mix of tongues that you can't understand. And they look back, and their eyes have completely glossened over with a black. And they look and they go. They look at you, and their voice is significantly deeper. And they go, "Yes, but you see this. You see Dr. Ravna, but Dr. Ravna, it seems, cannot see you."
Okay. Do I have any knowledge as a magic user of what might be happening?
You can roll a Arcana or a Religion if you would like.
I will roll a Religion because I have a higher religion. All right, that is 19.
This is some sort of ritual. You're not sure exactly what.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to intrude. I guess I'll just watch. Moss kind of.
Dr. Ravna like tilts their head and they go, "Oh yes, you may stay as long as it's all right with Krug."
Krug doesn't protest. He just stays laying on his back, face up.
So Krug, these lines that are exiting your body, they're pointing in the direction that this belongs to, which means that the links are not severed, they're just weakened. And they bring their hand out and they like touch your stomach, Krug, and then they like trace like outwards, and they said, "This line right here, I can tell it is moving because it is traveling." And they literally are like pointing in a direction. They're like, each one of these is a different spirit, it seems to be. And they're all moving in different directions, which means that they're still around. Yes.
So this isn't.
Sorry, go for it.
This isn't the end of something. This is a problem. This isn't what they asked for. This isn't freedom. They're still here.
Oh, this is not freedom. They're still tied to you. The interesting thing is that some of them are more apparent. Like, I feel that there may be some that are still here.
Still here, but I couldn't see them when, I normally, I mean, where are they?
We would have to find them. I don't know what to tell you. And their eyes, instead of blinking like normal, like literally you can see that their eyes blink this way. And then like as it comes back, their eyes are normal. And they just go, oh, that is always an interesting feeling. So, yes, it looks like you in fact have quite a few spirits attached to you. They're still there, but at any time they could snap and be dislodged, it feels like. But they're still attached to you.
So how do I reattach them like they were before?
I'm sorry. It's kind of where my knowledge is ending. I'm just showing you what I'm observing, not necessarily or how it works.
Fair enough. Thank you for your help, by the way, Doctor. That was mighty generous of you.
Of course.
Can I wash this stuff off my body now?
Yes, of course.
All right. And I'm gonna stand up and kind of like walk, and I'm just gonna point the shower this way or something that I can.
Wait, Krug, before you go, I sought you out for a reason.
What can I do for you, Moss?
This was just a delightful distraction. But okay. First of all, I feel I must apologize for being dishonest about Cloaky. I just knew that you were going to punch him, and I'm quite fond of him. You must understand that.
Moss, I didn't know that you were fond of Cloaky. I just thought Cloaky was an evil creature.
Cloaky is my most stalwart companion, Krug. I'm sure that you feel the same way about your hand wraps.
Moss, I'm not going to pretend to know what I'm talking about when it comes to demons. I don't know anything about them. I know what most people know about demons, which is that they should be feared. I trust whatever you tell me about them implicitly. And if you tell me don't punch Cloaky, I won't punch Cloaky.
Well, I'm so delighted to hear that you trust me implicitly, because I trust you implicitly. I'm so glad that we have over the years that we've been together, that we have developed this rapport. And since you do trust me, I want you to know that there's ghosts everywhere. Your ghosts, they're just everywhere. I saw at least 5. I'm sure there's more.
I look back at the Doctor.
I can't see them. I can just see that their connections are still linked with you.
I look back at Moss. I go, "What do you mean?"
Cloaky, if I put you over someone else's head, are they able to see the ghosts?
Oh man, I've never tried this, but I'm super down.
Okay.
Krug, do I have your permission to put Cloaky over your head?
I try to look at the Doctor again. And I look at the cloak as though I'm expecting it to like explain something to me or say something or like reassure me in some way. Maybe for like 10 seconds, and I'm like, yeah, I guess you can put the cloak over my head.
It's just, I mean, it makes it easier. Just think of him as a piece of fabric that has full sentience, you know.
Yeah. All right, that second part though, Moss. And I reach out and I grab the cloak.
With your sticky hand.
With my blood-covered hands.
Try not to get him too messy.
I put Cloaky over my head.
And Moss, you hear, all right, I'm going to try this. No promises, okay?
Can I hear this?
No,
God, what's
only
gonna
Moss.
happen?
Only
Okay.
Moss can hear this.
Krug's gonna blow up.
Tell Krug.
And as I'm
Krug-
putting the
Yeah.
cloak over my head, I'm putting my hand over the part of my chest that has the monkey paw.
Okay,
Oh, okay, cool.
smart. Moss, you hear Cloaky say, all right, tell Krug to don't close his eyes. People will close their eyes. I don't know why, but tell him to not close his eyes.
Krug, don't close your eyes.
Oh, okay.
Krug, for a moment, you see flames, just a burst of flames and screaming and howling of people being clearly tortured everywhere. And this just comes in just quick bursts of flashes. And you are looking in the room that you're in. And you look down and you can, in fact, also see these tethers leaving your body.
Oh.
And you can see that there are a handful of these that are what look to be a little bit more thicker, a little bit more visible, while the other ones seem to be like almost like spikes. These ones seem to almost lead you out of the room. Like, have you ever seen Donnie Darko?
Yes.
Okay, in Donnie Darko, there's like these like wibbly wobbly like water things that come out of people, right? It's very much like that, but like significantly smaller and thousands of them.
And I'm gonna look at the fattest one, and I'm gonna try and follow it. Like the direction that it's pointing, I'm gonna like walk in that direction.
You start to walk in that direction, and Krug, you see the room, and Moss, you can see Krug kind of walking out. Krug, this is a weird feeling for you because you're seeing this, but everything is hazy almost. Like, and it feels like you're moving in slow motion, but you're not.
Moss follows because she does not like having Cloaky out of her sight.
Krug, I would say even the level of uncomfort kind of makes you like reach out to touch things to like make sure that they're actually there. You know, like
really bad VR.
Yeah, like really bad VR. But VR that you're like bad AR. It's bad AR where you're walking through and you're like, is that actually the door frame? Okay, that is the door frame. The door's not actually there. Okay, all right. I'm gonna now walk through this, and you're just like slowly stepping with your arms out, maybe even always touching a surface. To make sure that you're not like gonna just like fall into a giant pit or something. Like you're just. It's a very uncomfortable and nervous feeling as you do this. As you start to walk, you see one of the ghosts walking the hall, and you can see that line following and heading towards that person.
I'm gonna like if I put my hand on the wall and feel the wall, I'm just going to like run after the ghost. If you want me to like roll a check to like
I want you to roll me a reflex save.
Okay. 29.
A 29. You kind of go and you're like, okay, this is weird, and then you just keep going. And you start getting towards it. And as you get closer to it, it turns, and it's not a person anymore. Like you had saw a bunch of people. This isn't like an amorphous shape. Right? It looks closer to a person with a sheet over them than it does an actual person. Like it's got the outline and the height of a person, but it's just like a shape. You can no longer tell any sort of physical features. And it like turns and like sees you and then just turns back and starts.
Point at it.
It keeps walking away.
I'm going to, I guess, walk up to it and try to reach out and like grab it, not grab it like grapple, but like put my arm on like, where its shoulder should be.
Yeah. As you do that, you touch it, and as your hand wraps touch it, the soul of this creature just kind of and just goes into your hand wraps, and it's starting. Moss, you can see this. You can see that Krug's hand wraps glow bright blue as he reaches out and touches this thing, and it hits you, Krug, like a fist to the face, and it kind of gives you a headache, and you relive this person's entire life
Well,
from
Krug finally
birth.
has his own Cloaky.
You from birth all the way up until the last moments of them taking the poison that that Jones had given him, and you watch him on the floor shaking and convulsing as foam starts to pour out of his mouth and his eyes close.
Did I relive this person's life as an observer or as this person?
You lived it as them until the last moments, as they were clearly dying and their spirit was leaving them, right? And like almost astral projection, in the sense that like their soul left their body and watched them die, like the last moments of their life die. And
metal.
Yeah. And so you look back and you can see that your hand wrap now has a small symbol written into it.
You're going ghost.
What'd you say?
Do I recognize the symbol?
Not off the top of your head.
That was probably a lot to relive a whole
you still
life.
have a migraine.
Yeah,
like it hurts.
I'm gonna take Cloaky off and just put him on the ground next to me, and then like sit with my back to the wall and just put my heads in my hands. My head, not my heads. I only have one head.
I was gonna say, are you a Cerberus? What's happening?
I mean, I could draw you.
Yeah.
But it would just be a horse.
Yeah.
Its hooves, its head, and its hooves.
Krug, are you quite all right?
No.
What ails you, my friend?
A lot.
Moss kneels down in front of Krug and puts a hand on his knee and like looks at him in the eyes imploringly, while also taking Cloaky very protectively into her arms.
These spirits are the ones that poison themselves. I don't know if I told you that before.
Did I know that?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I don't think.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
probably not. I haven't talked about them very much.
Yeah.
And they came to me looking for help, and I couldn't offer them what they wanted. I didn't give them what they asked for because it would have involved using the monkey paw, and I couldn't do it. I could not bring myself to do it. And now I've let them all down. Their ties to me have been severed or some weakened or something. I don't really understand that part of it, but when I put on Cloaky and I could see them, I followed one around the corner and I reached out to him to try and get his attention. And I relived his whole life.
Was it a good life?
I mean, it was like any other life. Parts of it were good, but the parts that were bad were bad.
I'm so sorry, Krug. I didn't know that you were burdened with such heaviness. I think that, pardon my pun, we all have our own demons here, and yours are particularly heavy. You have the weight of so many lives on you, and all because you chose to carry this cursed object for us. And I personally feel
it's not because of this.
Well, isn't that
they
why
came to me
sought
for
you
help?
out?
That was literally because they thought I could help them. If they had seen any other person without a monkey's paw they thought could help them, I'm sure they would have attached to them first. The whole reason this is happening is because I don't know enough about magic. That's literally the whole problem. I was too stupid to realize that I shouldn't have been in this room while this ritual was performed, and I just sat here.
You're not stupid. I want to say that to you first. You're not stupid. And if you ever have questions about magic, you know that you both have me and Robin. But I also didn't know that things were going to happen to Cloaky. And I'm very well versed in magic, so you can't beat yourself up about that.
Isn't Cloaky immortal? Cloaky can't die. Cloaky just reappears when he dies, doesn't he? Like any other demon. But I'm dealing with, these are people. These are people who are stuck. Last time I talked to them, they told me that they don't even experience time the way that I experience time, and that maybe 2 days that I go without speaking to them is much longer in from their perspective. And they're so complicated, and I don't understand anything about them except for what they specifically tell me and what I specifically experience, and it's driving me crazy.
Jake, can I roll an Arcana or a Religion to see if I have any solutions to this that
Sure.
don't involve the monkey paw? Which would you prefer?
You tell me.
I'll do Religion. Higher roll. That is, oh my goodness, that is 26.
So these souls are attached to this plane of existence. You know that there are many different deities or gods that travel, that are passers, that they take the souls from this plane of existence onto another plane of existence, whether that be heaven or hell. The name that comes up to me, Jake, not necessarily you as Moss, would be Charon, right? The person that takes people over the river Styx, right?
Okay.
From what you can tell, that there's supposed to be a person that does that, or a deity that does that, but they have either chosen to not do this with these people, or they're somehow invisible to this person.
Okay.
But it's not happening to them. Because this shouldn't be a thing. Or someone has purposely attached them to Krug. Which means that they still have a connection to this plane of existence.
Is there a way for me to discern if they're purposefully attached to Krug?
Maybe through a ritual or through some sort of magic, but I don't believe a simple knowledge roll would allow you to determine that.
Okay. Krug, I'm actually quite concerned that these spirits might be here on purpose, that someone has targeted you specifically, and I think that maybe I should talk to the witches. I mean, I told them.
Don't tell the witches anything about me.
Well, listen, Krug, listen.
Boss, I would
Krug.
rather walk the earth and individually relive every single one of these souls' lives and die at the very end in the most gruesome way imaginable than for you to tell the witches my last name. You understand? I don't trust them.
I think that you're going to have to, because I'm going to join them. I have hit my limit with my powers, and they offer great possibilities. And I feel in this mission that we're on that I should take them up on their offer to teach me more things. And this is what I'm saying. Perhaps I won't tell them. I of course honor your wishes, but perhaps they can teach me something that will allow me to help you with this horrible burden that you have. And I want you to also know that they're still here. They're still here, and they still need your help. Perhaps they have to reattach. I mean, what happened with your hand wraps?
I don't know. Can I do a religion check to see if I can figure out what that was?
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Oh, natural 20! 29.
Ooh.
Oh, and just got a bunch of bits donated.
Yeah.
Hey. Thank you.
I saw that.
Thank you, Remus.
Thank you, Remus.
Remus.
What was that, Krug? Sorry.
Natural 20, which is a 29.
And that was a religion, right?
Yes.
To determine the symbol?
No, to determine like what. Well, yeah, I guess the symbol's part of it, but like if I can understand what the hand wraps did or like why the hand wraps did what they did. If Aurori specifically relates to it in any way.
Mm-hmm. So the hand wraps themselves, are a gift from Aurori, right? But they're not necessarily hand wraps that Aurori wore or are directly associated with, right? Mm-hmm. Aurori was like, this is the item that would best serve you in your travels.
Right.
So you're starting to believe that maybe these hand wraps have a different origin than you originally thought, which was, oh, well, Aurori had them because Aurori's a monk and he handed them to you. Aurori may have given you someone else's hand wraps or hand wraps that specifically he felt were the correct hand wraps to give to you for a purpose. I'm also going to allow you to know that with that natural 20, that symbol isn't any one single symbol, but in fact is a series of symbols overlaid on top of each other in different colors. With that natural 20, I'm also going to give you that these symbols are supposed to be representations of different times in this individual person's life, all the way up until their death, that were key moments in their life. So basically, your hand wraps have taken all of the memory and knowledge of an individual person that you have just touched and have imprinted them on the hand wraps.
I'm going to say all that out loud to Moss. I don't know why, though. Here's the thing about the witches, Moss, if I can just really quickly address that whole thing.
Yes, of course.
The witches I will never, ever be able to trust the witches without something happening, without them giving me a reason to, right? I mean, I'm always open to changing my mind and to being corrected and to new information. I'm never going to close myself off that much. At least I hope I won't. But just right now, just off the bat, I can't. If you become a witch, if you join their coven, and then you can look me in the eye and tell me that I should trust them, but absolutely, I'll trust them implicitly. But right now, you're an outsider just like me, and I cannot trust them any more than I trust anyone else that has hurt me in the past. It's not going to happen.
I understand, Krug. I'm just trying to find answers for you.
I appreciate that.
And I will continue to seek those.
You might be right, by all means, and I hope you are. I hope they're great, and I hope that the experience that I had with them was completely my fault, and it very well may have been. But until I know more about what the witches are and what they stand for specifically, I cannot just give them. No, I won't.
As this conversation is happening, imagine Krug and Moss sitting on the floor staring at each other, Cloaky wrapped over Moss's legs as they talk. The camera kind of pans out and turns over, and just right over the edge of where they're at, you see Robin and Remy talking, handing pictures of horses back and forth. Remy, you notice something weird. And you look out the window and you very clearly see the hunter holding a torch right outside the window. And we're going to go on break. So everyone take a few minutes. We're going to grab some water, grab some snacks, and we'll be right back.
Yeehaw.
And the whole house catches on fire. And everyone
dies. I lost control again.
Lightning strikes and just hits.
That's Robin. Me too. Sorry.
Are we going to do the dice giveaway now or at the end?
We're doing it next week.
Next week.
Oh, it's next
You're
week.
announcing it that we're going to be doing it.
Right. Okay, yes.
Well, get ready, folks.
Got enough
Anyway, so I see a hunter.
Yeah.
So I see a hunter outside.
Mhm.
Yes, you see a hunter outside, and you can see that he's got a torch. Roll me a perception check to get any more information from this.
Sure. That's about right. 15.
Would it make sense for me to roll perception as well if Remy is like turning from our conversation to stare out the window?
I'm imagining this happening is that Remy is looking over your shoulder and seeing this.
Sure.
Again, you also have a ton of hero points, and this is like our first time rolling.
Well, yeah, I just know that Remy is not Remy does not hide things. So I feel like yes, looking over my shoulder, but also
actually I got a 20 this time.
What just happened?
What just happened?
Are we still here?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was weird. Okay.
You blipped out for like a second.
Yeah, everyone just disappeared. Okay, we're back.
Cool. I would be trying to keep my cool at this moment because, like, as far as I'm concerned, as Remy, the hunter still thinks that I'm on his side, and I don't want to like call attention to him.
For sure.
To call attention to that.
I'm gonna actually give Robin an opportunity in a second, because the thing that you notice with this 20, this dirty 20, is that he's not by himself, and in fact, you can see up the road, up the house, there looks to be about 100 torches.
Cool. And just so I'm clear, does he see me?
No.
Oh, dang it. Because I was like, it's so funny that Kate Cunning said like wink at him, because literally that's what I was gonna do. I was just gonna be like,
you can try to draw attention.
Wait. Here's a fun thing that I can do. I have like a doll.
Are you okay, Remy? Feeling a vampire thing happening?
Now I'm trying to do it. I'm like, nope, can't do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Is your tummy upset?
No, you can't turn around right now. Don't like call attention to it. But the hunter is here with like the whole village, and they all have torches. So I think
Robin does turn around.
Don't turn around. I think
she
gonna
does.
Stop you.
You know how when someone says don't turn around, don't look. Sometimes you do because that's what you hear.
Don't turn around. I'm stopping you.
All right.
I'm gonna physically hold you from.
Cool. That's probably good.
Roll a grapple.
What do I mean?
So
I don't know.
I want to your end.
Good. Because I was gonna say I want to leave this to Remy's roll if I can, because Robin doesn't want to turn and look, but it's instinct.
It's just an attack roll.
No. It's it's athletics. And it's against.
There's almost no way, unless he rolled low, that it's gonna matter.
Yeah, and it's your fortitude DC.
Okay, 32.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna check. Right, don't look. He said, "What's who said? What's that side?
Don't turn around."
I'm not going to. I tried. I didn't. Look, I'm not turning around. I'm right here looking at you.
I know you're looking at me because like, okay, hold on. I need to calm down as well.
Yeah, I think so. That's Can we go somewhere? Can we go somewhere?
Well, no, I need to go take care of it.
Oh,
I'm gonna go. Don't you go tell Dr. Ravna. Let everyone know. For some reason, like whoever they had watching did not, come back and give notice. So.
Babe, I want you to know. Yes, we need to tell Dr. Ravna for sure. You're a vampire now. I'm not gonna let you go out into an angry mob alone.
No.
I'm not going to.
No,
I won't.
I have to go alone. I am the only one. I'm the double cross.
Babe, if they hurt you, I can't live with that. What if they choose to hunt you, which they probably will, because you're a vampire now.
There are so many of them. There's really no time. Just tell Dr. Ravna, like let everybody know. Good. I mean, like, and don't let the monsters like get out of hand. Don't like announce it to the room, but get Dr. Ravna, get Krug, get Moss, get
okay. All right.
Cloaky.
I'm gonna do that immediately, but I'm going to run straight out. I'm going now. I'm going to do I have like a speed spell. I'll find out exactly how much faster it makes me if we need to, but I'm just gonna literally just like zip out of here and run to where I last saw everybody to tell them. And my plan is hopefully to tell them what is happening very quickly, and then, as was the plan, go outside and group up with Remy, because I don't want Remy to be alone with 100 hunters.
So the last place you remember Moss being was up in the room, right?
I'm looking for Dr. Ravna. specifically.
The last place you saw Dr. Ravden was on the dance floor.
Okay. Where did they go from there? I guess like...
Unless you're keeping a tight eye on them, you don't know.
Well, didn't they walk us down? Or when? Okay.
They were with you on the dance floor.
Yeah.
But then Krug had come down and pulled them away. And
Sure.
unless you were paying specific attention to Dr. Ravna, you're in the middle of a party.
Sure.
Where,
Let me try to track then. I'll roll survival, since that's kind of my thing. I'm gonna use a hero point since we've got so many.
Yes.
Oh God. Okay. I rolled the worst.
You rolled the worst.
Did you roll the worst? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is still a 15.
Oh,
A 15?
Wow, you're really good at tracking.
Yep. Yeah, it's my thing.
What? My athletics isn't even that good.
I believe it's plus 13 and then plus 1 with the guidance.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
Yes. Guidance. Yes.
Your assumption would be that they're probably upstairs.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, unless they went outside, but it's raining.
Yeah.
And
I'm going upstairs regardless. I want to try to pick up on Ravna's scent,
Sure.
or something like that.
I'm going immediately outside. If that wasn't clear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Literally,
but we might. Yeah. But again, I'm twice as fast.
Yeah. So literally, as soon as you hit the top of the stairs, you see Dr. Ravna standing by themselves, maybe
Dr. Ravna.
10 feet away from Krug and Moss, who are on the floor.
Okay, Dr. Krug, Moss, angry mob outside. Hunter, many people, torches. I'm going out. Remy alone, not good. Vampire, bad, dangerous. Please help. Don't freak out. Don't let monsters scared. I'm going outside.
What?
And Dr. Ravna, turns around and looks out the window, and they see that there's a bunch of people coming up the road with torches. And you see them, they're pale before, but they immediately walk to the edge where it overlooks the dance floor and says, everyone, and claps their hands really loudly, and everyone kind of stops. Everyone, we have some unwanted guests. It looks like there's a hunter outside. Everyone, please be prepared. And they all just kind of you hear an audible gasp amongst everyone. Remy, you literally get to the door as this is happening. Yeah. So you hear the gasp if you want to open the door. Yeah, you open the door and it's still heavy rain outside. And as you open the door, just barely over the rain, you hear a slight chant coming from them as they're going up the trail.
Monsters are great. Monsters are great. No? Okay.
We were wrong all along.
I think I want to, if Remy's in the doorway, I want to just be pressed up against the door frame, ready to jump out, but not showing myself yet. So Remy does have a chance to double cross before I'm showing myself at all, but I'm going to be as close as I can be. And I can roll stealth if I need to.
No, I don't think you need to roll. You're behind a door. You've got cover.
Cool.
Yeah.
What is Robin, or what's Moss and Krug doing?
Krug heard and kind of looked up when Robin was talking, and then once Robin stopped, Krug just went back to putting his hands in his head.
Moss is very torn. Moss wants to help Krug more, but also wants to deal with what's happening. So she actually, in a very rare show of empathy, kind of creeps toward or shifts towards Krug a little bit more and puts her hand on his shoulders, or hands on his shoulders, and says,
Krug kind of twitches a little bit, away from you, but then relaxes into your hand.
Aw. Krug, I know that this is very difficult right now, but it sounds like there's a situation and your strength might be needed, and perhaps you can channel some of this despair into your glorious skill set. Maybe, perhaps.
Krug looks up at Moss and says, I don't know how I'm supposed to kill someone after I've died. And he stands up and he walks towards the door.
Moss is very taken aback, and she kind of sits on the floor, just digesting that for a minute, and holding Cloaky as if she was embracing someone, and then also straightens and puts Cloaky attached to her back and moves to the outside to see what's going on.
And Cloaky goes, all right, now that all of our feelings are on the table and we all know that we all don't want to die, this is going to suck. Let's do this. And as,
very, very astute, my dear.
As the two of you start like walking down the stairs, maybe Moss is a few steps behind, the two of you see Ash jump from the dance floor up to where Dr. Ravna is.
That was cool.
Well,
wow.
Werewolves have that ability. Yeah. Yeah, and you can see that everyone in the room is like starting to like. It looks like they're preparing for the worst. You know, they're all just like all moving around.
Okay. This doesn't have to go bad. Okay, just be ready to defend yourselves, but we can maybe talk them down. There's a lot of them.
Remy, you're at the door.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm going out.
Doing?
I walk out and I'm like, I look around and I do like a big like shh, like towards the mob, like and I'm walking towards them.
They're kind of far away that like they're not gonna hear you. Like they're not right outside the door. They're sure. Literally like the light is hitting the house and that's about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going out like towards them. Can I understand the chant now, or is it just like
it's as you move closer to them? Yeah, they're very much like they're chanting like that they're ready to cleanse the earth. You know, basically, it's like as far as you can tell, it's like we're cleanse the earth of evil, basically.
Cool. I'm going all the way out to meet.
Okay. As you start to walk out and get closer to them, you can start to notice, with the rain, that some of them have adorned armor. Some of them are holding holy symbols. The holy symbols look to be of Pharasma. Yeah.
I will need to roll stealth now because if Remy's going like at all away from the house, I'm gonna sneak out and follow.
Go for it.
Using the rain and shadows to my advantage.
Yeah, you're gonna have a +4 because of that.
Oh, sweet. That's a 10, but that's not bad. I'm gonna keep that plus. So is that +4? Are you? I assume that I won't also add. I get like a regular +1 for being camouflage in my environment. That's just upgraded to a +4. I'm assuming, or is it?
Yeah. It's a part of it. It's part of that +4.
Figured. Okay, cool. So then that is 23.
A 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel that you're sufficiently, your footsteps are being hidden from the loud pattering of raindrops going out. They're using torches to light their way, so you're a little bit further away, which means that they're going to have even worse of a time possibly trying to see you. The only thing that you're worried about is that the hunter, which Remy had said was up at the house, is still somewhere around the house, and it's this other group that is on their way up the road.
Here's what I think that I'm gonna try to be like. I'm gonna try to split the difference between Remy and the house, and like kind of be looking around for a sign of the hunter as this is going on.
Okay, go for it. Roll perception.
Cool. That is a 28.
A 28.
15 plus 13.
Alrighty. You look around and you don't see him.
Okay. Can I smell him?
It's really difficult in the rain. He's got the same sort of advantages because of the rain.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll just keep an eye over there and then focus on what Remy's doing and be ready to intervene.
Cool.
Remy, what's Moss and Krug doing as Remy is walking closer and closer to this group of people?
So after I stand up, I'm starting to walk towards the door. If at whatever point that I see that Remy's already walking towards them, I'm going to run as fast as I can and stop next to Remy and like walk in step with him or with them. And then at some point I'm going to look down at Remy and say, I don't have time to explain, but I'm not ready to fight right now. If we could avoid it. If we have to, I can, but
no, I mean, there is no need to fight or anything. I am, for you see, Krug, I am a double cross. So,
like a Like a double cross, like a what do you mean?
I am a double cross. You know,
Like espionage double cross?
I don't know what that word is, but I'm a
Oh.
double cross.
Perfect. That's what we need. Krug just like puts his hand on his head and is like, I haven't talked to Remy in like an hour and I already forgot.
Okay.
As you move, as you get to maybe 50 feet away from each other, the one in the front basically holds their hand up in a fist, and the entire group stops in almost in unison, kind of like and stops and goes, "Get out of our way."
And Remy's like waving. Hello, hi. I'll super get out of your way probably. I'm the hunter's partner. Are you all with? You're all with him, I suppose?
Roll a diplomacy.
Can I also roll warfare lore to see how well trained this group is? Like, are they all commoners, or are there like
Usually 0
actual
point.
soldiers
It
or
was
guards
important.
or fighters in this group?
Yeah, roll it.
What is my?
I also feel like what I've done justifies giving you guidance for which I can't do again for an hour, but
23 warfare lore.
Krug, these are definitely not civilians. This is a mixture between of all clerics. The ones that aren't wearing armor, you assume are cloistered clerics.
Oh, hundreds of them?
Mm-hmm. 100
Yikes.
specifically.
100.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
cool.
still
100.
yikes, though.
Oh, so a third of what they had in that whole Sparta situation. We're fine.
In that instance, they were able to hold off an army with just
fuck.
300.
Well, this is a third of that, so they couldn't possibly.
Well, we are less than that.
We're monsters.
We're the opposite.
A lot of monsters in the house.
That's an unnatural 20 for my diplomacy.
They look at you and be like, "Then take us up to the hill."
Wait. I need to meet with the hunter. Did I ever learn the hunter's real name?
I don't think so.
Okay, I need to meet. I just assumed you're saying the hunter. I need to meet
Krug
with
looks down at Remy like,
I need to meet with the hunter. Okay, I don't. He didn't tell me anything about this part of the plan, but I was supposed to go in and be a double cross. I was, a double cross.
Yes, and we are past that point. Now either show us up the hill or get out of our way. We're going to get rid of them now and forever.
Oh, wait. Okay. I've been laying a lot of groundwork tonight. So I take my job very seriously. I am Detective Ashwillow. And and I've been working very hard. I understand you want to get this taken care of, but they are very, very powerful beings inside. And I think if we can funnel them into aloneness off into certain directions. I was kind of maneuvering people throughout the castle, getting them off on their own.
Roll me another diplomacy.
You want this to be deception? I'm kind of lying.
Sure. Yeah.
can I also roll religion to see what are they all Pharasma, or all the ones that I can tell who they?
Seems like it. Yeah.
Okay. Can I also roll religion to see what I understand about Pharasma?
Sure.
24 for my deception.
24 for my religion.
Hey, they seem to be. Actually, let me see how I. You're lucky all my good dice are in this box. I open this box up now since I keep rolling. They seem annoyed, but they're listening. And Krug, you know that Pharasma very much dislikes undead. Very much dislikes undead. That's not just zombies, but that's vampires. It's anything that refuses to understand the balance of life and death. Like they anything that prevents them from going to the next world, right?
Well, that's us.
Well,
that's also me technically too.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
Wait, why you, Krug?
I have souls attached to my body.
Oh,
and one in my hand wrap.
You learned how to eat
also
ghosts.
me.
Big.
Okay, so here's the thing. They've got this thing that is really big, and it's like decaying and it's gross and it's got wings and it has like 7 mouths. I've never heard of this thing before in my life, but I witnessed it do some horrible, nasty things. So I'm thinking we'll need to get that one off on its own. And this, I've laid the groundwork. Everything is ready. In fact, if all of you, you continue towards the castle, but you do it a little bit less conspicuously, I think we can get the big ones, and then you can storm the castle and take out all of the other the peons, the weaklings.
I would like Robin and Mox to roll me perception checks.
I would love nothing more,
Yeah,
Jake.
I'm gonna do the shit out of that.
That is 32.
No.
I mean.
Non-natural 20.
I rolled a 19. So yeah, 32.
Robin, you notice that the hunter is walking around, and you can hear him getting clearly annoyed. He goes, why have they stopped? And he like walks over to like the edge of like a cliffside, and like he looks like he's going to try and yell. I'm gonna say with your 32 that you're gonna have an opportunity to do something if you like.
The edge of a cliffside.
Yeah, like he's walking to the edge to see them walking up the hill.
Is it like
it's
a
maybe
hill or like a 90-degree drop?
It's a 90-degree drop, but it's only about like 25 feet down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's fine. I just wanted to know what my options were. I just had to, think about it. I think so. He like mutters under his breath, like, "What are they doing? Why aren't they attacking?" I think Robin, I would like to. Can I just like Batman appear right behind him and say something? Just like speak from over his shoulder.
Yeah, with a 32, I'll say that.
Because they don't want bloodshed, and you shouldn't either.
He quickly turns around and goes, "There will be bloodshed.
There will be
bloodshed.
We have to be quiet and calm, or people are going to die.
Their blood doesn't even flow within their flesh.
Brother, friend, listen. You are way high-strung for the party here. Why don't you just come in, hang out, chill, have a drink, okay? You're causing a lot of trouble that we do not need."
He looks at you, and his eyes narrow in on you, and he goes, "You're one of them."
I'm one of a lot of things. Maybe you're wrong. Maybe you have some wrong ideas. We can talk,
and
bro.
I'm
shoving him off the cliff. I'm going to shove him off the cliff. And I'm dropping down after him because I've got magic ready.
Yeah. All right, roll me a I believe
athletics?
A shove, which is athletics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Robin calling people bro is my new religion.
Yeah, it's like, it's not. Yeah, I don't. It was. I think I was channeling a little bit of Remy's confidence for a minute.
I'd like to point out that K Cunning in chat has written 3 comments. The first one is turn him, and then the second one is turn, and then the third one is him in all caps.
Jake, so really quick, my cloak, its second ability, the like fall damage mitigation, right? Mm-hmm. Would that be active if I am transformed?
Yeah, it's always it's
cool.
It's active. You can
as
use
long as I was wearing the cloak when I transformed. It would be okay. Cool. Then I would like to.
As I would like to imagine it, of course, this is your character. I'd like to imagine that no matter what thing you turn into, it may have a little cloak on it.
Sure. Well, so here's what I'm kind of thinking. I would love to, as I shove him, be shoving him with the hand and arm of basically a bat. And finish the transformation as I'm falling and becoming like, kind of like how The Witcher 3, like the lesser vampires look like giant, like gargoyle-like bats, sort of.
Sure.
I want to use beast form to turn into that. So I can't fly, though I will appear to basically glide down as I also activate the cloak. And I think it's like feather fall, sort of.
So, so this is what I would like you to do. I would like you to roll your athletics check for the push, right? Okay. And then I would like you to you're gonna glide down, but I would also like you to roll a deception.
Okay.
Because it's the way the ability works is it's very much the cloak doing it, and this is you kind of making it look like you're the one that's gliding down.
So deception for the scene I'm trying to set here, but I'm able to do okay, cool. So athletics, cool. I rolled a 10, but with bat muscles, I believe. Hold on.
Bat muscle.
In animal form, my athletics is +9, So that is going to, and I think it's higher because I'm actually, it'll be heightened to third. So plus 14. So that is going to be 24 to shove.
Oh yeah. You push him back easily, and you
Cool.
push him back 5 feet, which is all you needed. And he literally goes, "Ah!" And like he falls back, and you hear this loud thud, really hard on the ground, and you can hear him go, "Oh!" Like you can hear that his the air has been audibly knocked out of him, and he's just like, like that feeling. Have you ever had the air knocked out of you? It's very much that, where he's just like grasping at air, but his lungs are basically, "Nah, dude, this hurts."
Yep. Yeah, and then I just basically float down like a grotesque Mary Poppins and land on top of him with just a claw softly on his chest.
What was the diplomacy or the
deception? Deception. Do I want to keep the nat 1? I don't. I'm gonna use a hero point. I'm gonna use a different die too. Much better.
Whoa.
16 plus 2 minus anything I might have for being a bat, but 18.
18. You gracefully float down and kind of hide the fact that there's this cloak on your back that's allowing you to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And you put your bat paw on its on his chest, and he's just like.
And Robin realizes this is not the way to change his mind, but it's what she's doing.
Krug and William. Krug and Remy. It's hard because Krug feels like Krug. So, because Krug's not original. Did you know that you're getting a sequel, Krug?
What?
Meet the Krugs, too.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Jeepers.
That's a confusing comment for those that don't know that very obscure story.
That's where the name's from. I know that.
Krug and Remy and Moss, please roll me perception checks.
Yeah.
Okey-dokey.
Okay. Okie dokie then.
Oh, 22. That's pretty good.
Oh, mine is even better. Mine is at 27.
I didn't think we were in competition. I just
No, I wasn't competing. I was just saying it's good.
No, I got you.
26?
26. All three of you hear the and Moss, you specifically know that it's right around where, in the direction that Robin had gone when she had left the doorway. So you're the closest to that sound out of everyone. Krug and Remy, as you hear that sound, the others also hear that sound, and they start moving towards you.
Krug, do the thing to the ground.
Are we in initiative?
I'm smacking Krug Krug, do the thing to the ground. Do the thing to the ground, Krug.
I'm gonna do the thing to the ground.
We will start
do the thing to the ground.
So, Krug, this is a pseudo surprise round. So you're gonna give you the action of using the ground thing. I assume you're gonna put it between you and them.
Yes.
No, behind us.
Well, I don't know if you wanted to do it in the space that they're in, or
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it maybe I'll say how much space is between us? Us in the front of their lines.
50 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna do it 25 feet in front of us, so in the middle. And I'm gonna say, "This is your last chance. I drew a line for you."
So Krug literally punches the ground, and when Krug punches the ground, it just shatters of rock start to come out of the mud. You literally see Krug just and as these shards of rocks come out of the ground, and he stands there and he gives his warning, and it looks pretty badass, Remy. This is pretty freaking cool. Krug doesn't use this very often, and this is pretty cool. It's raining down, and Krug's literally just no, I'm done with this. I'm punching the ground and being done with this. Everyone, actually, we're going to use the perceptions that we had with Remy, Krug, and Moss, so that just leaves Robin with your perception, please.
I think I got a 26. Is that right? Before I forget that number. Okay.
Yeah, I got a 22. So
I've got 19. Yeah, 19.
Okay, so you're going to go last.
Okay.
Okay.
That puts Moss as our first.
Well, there's no way we're gonna be able to fight 100 clerics.
No, but we can. But maybe we can get them to stop fighting by being so fucking epic. You know?
No.
You think so? You think we can be like, hey, we're cool, stop fighting us?
I don't even have my sword because I did that bit that I left it at the end. Remember that?
Yep. Hey, maybe one of them has it, right? Maybe one of them has it, Jake?
Don't worry about it. You got a ring of daggers, so
I have a ring of daggers that is apparently, from a comment I saw, worse than just punching people.
Got range.
So, Moss, what would you like to do?
I mean, are we in full combat now?
You're in
We're in
initiative
initiative.
order, and you don't know that Krug has made a combative action.
Yeah, don't say hostile. I didn't hit any of them on purpose.
A combative action.
Yeah.
You have made a warning. You're
Yep.
unaware of that, but you definitely can hear the rumbles of, like, maybe the rumbles of the rocks like jetting out. I imagine that's got some noise to it, you know.
Okay. I'm going to wait.
Okay.
I want to see what everybody else does. I don't want to start anything.
Okay, that brings us to Krug.
Do I mean, I don't know a ton about all of the individual creatures in that room, so I'm sure that there are certain cases that I don't understand, but from what I understand about all of those creatures, do I think that any of them chose to be that way?
What, clerics of Pharasma?
No, the monsters in the house behind me.
I mean, these are all individual people. Some may have, some may have not, but they've all consciously made the decision to not be the ravenous or quote unquote evil side of those things. You know what I mean?
There's a lich in there.
Yeah, I want to wish we could
lich.
talk to the lich. Like, what's your deal, bro?
I, the player, understand that a lich chose to be a lich. That's not what I'm asking, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, from what you can tell, I mean, they're all individuals, so it's possible, and more than likely, yes.
But I'm a good lich.
I'm just going to kill you all with my lich powers.
Krug is going to look at the closest cleric and say, I understand Pharasma is very adamant that those individuals for whom it is time to pass, they must pass. And I understand that the people behind me, some of them may not be doing that. I would imagine that you lot, however, are possibly the laziest group of religious followers that I've ever seen in my life. You think that going after a group of pacifist examples of your deity's anathema is helpful? You're picking the low-hanging fruit. You're not going to go after the tons of undead that are all over the world mindlessly murdering people. This is your target? I don't understand how you could possibly justify what you're doing right now. You're absolutely insane. And I'm at my turn.
If my turn is right after Krug's, I just want Krug to finish saying that and like look down to where I was, and I'm like gone. I'm running back to the castle.
Yeah, Remy, you are next. So
all of my turns, every single one is going to be used to run. I'm
all right.
all of my actions, just me running. And I like when I'm really far away, I'm like, that was a good speech, Krug.
That brings us to Robin.
I would like to, with my big awkward like bat claws, I want to search his. I want to search him for weapons while I have him on the ground here.
Okay.
Specifically, like ranged weapons. I'm looking for like a crossbow or a knife he knows how to throw. Oh my god, I have to stop. That's a 7. Okay, that's not a 1. That's. I'll take that. 20.
A 20, and that was for what again? Sorry.
To search for weapons, especially ranged weapons.
On him?
Mm-hmm.
You can see that as you kind of like pat him down, he's got a couple of bottles of booze.
Okay.
And he has got some holy symbols. He's got a sword.
Okay.
And it seems to be a crossbow that is hanging off of his hip.
Is the holy symbol indicative, coupled with what I know about him, of magic abilities or just religious alliance?
Their religious alliance, and in fact, it's more than just one. It is actually a necklace with multiple holy symbols from different deities.
Interesting. Robin's gonna kind of like thumb through that a little bit, like, and this is like I'm being very like tender, but again, look just horrifying. And just like looking through each symbol, do I see any that I like recognize from our travels? Any of like our deities symbols in there?
None of your specific deities.
Okay.
But I would say roll me a.
I would love to roll a religion on this if that's cool.
Literally, I was thinking the same thing, Dayton. The Weasley guy from the Mummy movie, where he's like the mummy's coming up on him, and he like takes out a holy symbol and starts like praying in that language, and then takes out a new holy symbol and starts until it works.
If you it makes you feel better, I was thinking the squirrely guy from the Mummy that had a bunch of holy symbols, and he was up.
Really? That's this guy? Oh my god! We watched the Mummy recently. I hate him so much.
We had seen it before, but we watched it super recently.
That movie gets played at least once a month in my house because my wife is obsessed with it.
That movie's so good. It's so good.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I've seen it a ton.
I have 21 religion.
21 religion. There is a handful of deities. All of them are good aligned.
Okay. Yeah. So she sees that, kind of lets the necklace fall on him, and I would like to. Do I still have 2 actions remaining from that? Or did that take 2?
I would say that's probably closer to 2. You're trying to recognize them. You're taking a moment to think about it.
Then I would like to, with my 3rd action, attempt to, and I hope I get some kind of penalty to this, if you'll even allow me to attempt it. I want to try my combat medicine on him and just heal a little bit of his damage from falling, maybe pop his shoulder back into place without transforming.
All right. Yeah, go for it.
Cool. Any minus for this, or am I going to be able to
no.
my body? Hell yeah. Oh my god. I'm going to use a hero point because I rolled a 1, and that will... Wait a minute. No. I am going to use an item, the Crying Angel Pendant. I have 2 of these. Oh wait, no, that's... Yeah. When I critically fail to administer first aid, it becomes a normal failure instead. Never mind, I'm not going to use that. I touch it in my invisible pocket, and I'm going to use a hero point.
Okay.
That's better. That is a 15 plus 13 for 28.
And you didn't bring the difficulty up, correct? You just kept it at 15?
I'll just do regular, just to heal in a little bit.
Okay. So that's 2d8, I believe.
Yes. And I want him to be aware that I'm doing this. That's a big part of why. And that is 11.
11. As you do that, you hold him down, and you literally take your other hand and just kind of go and like on his shoulder, and it pops back in. Relocating hurts, but feels instantaneously great right after it happens. Like it's like ow, and you get that reaction, except for the fact that he's still out of breath. So he's like,
Yep. And then she's just gonna like put a hand gently on his chest, one on his face, and just kind of. She's attempting to do a calming shush, but what probably comes out as more of a.
Krug, the men in front of you stand there and they walk up to the edge of this ragged ground, and they look at you and go, "So you stand on the sides of beasts. I see how it is. We will take you down just as easily as we will take them down."
And you're going to ignore everything that I said to you about this not being the best use of your time? You're literally going after a group of creatures that admittedly do go against the will of your deity, but there is literally a billion options out there in the world ripe for you to go and slay, and that will actually pose some kind of danger to the world. And yet that falls to me. I'm not even a Pharasma follower. I don't care if something dies or not. I would rather everything live a long, happy, healthy life, and yet I'm the one doing your work. You're a shame. Your deity must hate you.
One of the cloisters starts to cast a spell, and then you hear a murmur, and they go, "You are tainted just as they are."
Oh my!
And they start to walk through the stones. So I believe they have to roll a reflex save.
Yes. Let me bring up the thing. I don't remember the damage.
If I remember, it wasn't a ton, but it was.
I think it was like a D6 or a D4 or something small. Oh boy, what was it even called? This is the one thing I haven't written down in my character sheet.
Do the thing with the earth.
Relic gifts. It is called Shattered Earth. It is 1d6.
Okay. So 3 of them fail out of the 4 that walk forward.
And that is going to be 5 damage.
5 damage.
And also,
"Ooh, ew, I'm dead."
it is also difficult terrain, so they do lose a little bit of speed for walking.
Yeah, no, they get to like the edge of it because these are the guys that are up front are wearing full plate, so they literally get to the front of or like the edge of it as they kind of like step on rocks and stuff like that as they're moving through, and they're just like and they like continue to move through it. That brings us back to Moss, which is not there. So Krug.
Do any of them look like they're paying attention or that they are listening to what I'm saying?
I would say
that it's affecting them. I guess I'm trying to do a sense motive, maybe.
Yeah, roll it.
20, unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20.
Yeah.
Maybe some of them, but it's a mob mentality, and so even if there are a few of them which are like, wait, hold on, they're what? Like the issue is that there are very strong-headed people that are leading this, and so those who you feel that if you got alone, you could probably talk them off and get them to not move forward, but because they're pushing so hard, you don't.
Right. They're not thinking clearly because they're just blindly following.
Mob mentality, literally.
Yep. How close? So they're at the edge, so they're like 20 feet away from me at this point.
Yes.
Krug is going to spit on the ground in front of him. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Spit on the ground in front of him and say, "Your deity is going to forget this deed. It's not even going to be worth your effort." And I'm going to use what is the name of this? The key thing. I'm gonna use Key Rush. So I can. I'm gonna move. Basically, I'm striding 4 times this round because Remy ran away. I'm running after Remy. So my move speed is it 40 or 45? I don't remember what my move speed is. 1 second.
I mean, both of those are phenomenal.
Yeah, that times 4 is how fast I move.
Okay, yeah, you're able to get back to the house.
Okay. Boop.
You literally run past Remy.
Krug uses a special technique, punch 100 clerics in the face.
If I reach Remy, I slow to walk, or not walk, but I slow to be next to Remy. I'm not just passing them up, and then I'm gonna look down and say, I don't think we're gonna be able to prevent a fight here.
No, I don't think so. I sort of lost my chance to do the double cross.
I mean, some of them do seem like they're reasonable and that they think maybe this isn't the right use of their time, but I don't think it's enough. It might be.
I think that like in this situation, it doesn't come down to reasonable and unreasonable. I mean, like to them, it seems very reasonable to hunt monsters. And even to me, I mean, like the ones inside of this mansion might be the only monsters of their type to not actively be evil and harm people. So I think they just much like me, I didn't know that was an option for a lot of monsters.
I mean, I think they're just fanatical. They're blind following their deity, which is, I mean, to a certain in a certain light, that is something to be respected, but also I've rarely seen somebody blindly follow the teachings of a deity and completely ignore context and also consider them a smart person. I don't think this is going to work out too well for us. How do we fight 100 clerics? Oh crap! How do we fight 100 clerics?
They're clerics.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they definitely have magic. We're definitely gonna have to run. I don't think we can fight 100 people that have access to magic. That's insane.
Remy, it's going to be your turn. Krug, I'm going to assume you're going to keep pace with Remy.
I am, yes.
How far are we from the castle after I used my?
I would say that you could probably get to it in 2 actions.
Cool. Then I want to get. Let's get all the way to the castle. Let's do it. We get there. Boom, boom. I open the castle door. And that's my 3rd action. So,
it's already open. Moss.
No,
Oh
yeah. So I just like rush in. I'm like soaking wet from the rain and everything. Okay, so couldn't do the double cross. Also, it's like 100 clerics out there. So don't know where the hunter is, but they're all pretty mad.
And who are you telling that to? Or who are you trying
Their
to
room.
The whole room?
Room.
You can see that they've this entire time they have started to prepare all of this. Like they're like ready for combat. Like they understand that this is a part of their lives, and this is just how they have to live now, is to defend every ounce of their existence. It's just usually not this bad because there's usually not this many together. Moss, it is your turn. Both Krug and Remy has come back, and they have said that it is an army of clerics, and they're coming to try and attack everyone.
Okay. Who are we in full combat now?
Still an initiative. Just
They have taken some damage, but it was out of their own will.
Okay. And Robin's trying to reason with the main dude.
Yeah.
But none of us know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna shield myself just in case. But
Okay.
other than that, I don't want to start anything. I'm just kind of like, just to give some context, Moss is just kind of like staring very uncomfortably at this army of people, but doesn't want to cause any problems. So,
Are you outside the house?
Yeah, I followed you. I followed everybody.
Well, no, you were.
I went a different direction. Then Krug followed me. Then Robin went in a different direction. And as far as I
know Robin went down a hill. I thought I was with Krug though.
No. You had stayed at the door and you were kind of overseeing everything because you had originally waited for your turn. So you're currently with them now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I'm just still gonna wait. I really don't want to start shit.
As the 3 of you stand there, you hear shattering of glass, like almost right above your head, as glass starts to like rain down beside you into the bushes, similar to where Robin was earlier. And Ash jumps out and lands on the ground and is preparing to fight. And then you can see a bow come out of the window and get strung back and pulled, ready to fire. Behind Moss, Krug, and Remy, you can see that there is this very tall skeletal person walking forward, and like they have like a side bag, almost like a messenger bag, and they flip it open and they pull out a book that has golden runes all over it, and they open it up and start to walk through the doorway.
I'm gonna look up at the bow, which is the first like ranged thing I saw.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, I know it's tempting to shoot them, but I think we should let them make the first move. There's still a small chance that we can get out of this without fighting.
The werewolf that was on the ground literally looks at you and just...
I mean, that's also a compelling argument, and I take a step back.
So that brings us to Robin. I would say you could hear that shattering glass. You can hear these people slowly going over the rocks that Krug had left, or like don't necessarily know that it's, but you can hear them like slowly taking their time over it, and everyone son of a, you know.
I think I one thing I need to say. So you choose like a type of animal you turn into that basically gives you your stats. I'm doing ape type for the giant bat. And first question. So I had put on, I forget if it was Fleet Step or the other speed spell. Yeah, Fleet Step before I turned. Does that stay active on me in bat form? If it's a spell that like has a duration of a minute on me?
I think so. I don't believe when you change shape, anything changes when it comes like
I think so
I'm pretty
too.
sure if you have mage armor on you and you change shape, you still have mage armor. You know what I mean?
Cool.
You couldn't even get rid of Fleet Step early if you wanted to because you can't dismiss it. It just stays there.
Yeah, you're right. Cool. Then yeah, so I my first action, I would like to take the crossbow from the hunter, if I can do that.
Oh sure, yeah. You can literally just pull it off of them.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab it and put it in my foot hand, and then the ape has a climbing speed, and it is a climbing speed. Let me see if Fleet Step affects all of my speeds or just walking. Yep, just 2 speeds. So with my climbing speed of 50 feet, I guess I am able to scale the wall in one action, right? Because you said it was a 25-foot drop.
Yep.
I would love to just like get up there really fast, and with the rest of that movement, just like I'm gonna start yeah.
I would also point out that you still have your cloak activated, which lasts you a while. You could easily just, I would say that jump would only be a 10-foot out of your full movement because of with your cloak, your fleetness, with everything that you currently have active. This 25-foot wall is nothing.
Sure. Then I would love to just power leap up to the top.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like basically if I can just kind of like hit the ground and immediately bound into another long leap and just kind of do like probably looking a little bit like a werewolf might be like charging, but just like doing big jumps over between the. I
would say with the 2 remaining, like grabbing it from the hunter is gonna be a single action, right? I would say if you want to use the other 2 actions to get towards the castle, I would say if you want to use both of your actions, you could easily get to the castle as well.
Cool. I would love to do that, and I want to be not in the castle, but like maybe 10 feet away from the door, sort of standing guard.
Well, yeah, you can see as you like start to move towards it, you can see that like people are starting to come out of the door prepared to fight.
Cool. And I'm basically just joining them. I don't want to start anything, but I am ready to defend.
This is very much an Avengers moment.
Yeah.
As these people with torches are starting to come up the hill, like different creatures are coming out, vampires, skeletons, the lich is now outside, the werewolf is outside, Rowan is standing there in the window with the bow ready to release. And that's where we're going to end today's episode is this look of the castle, of these different creatures all over the front of the castle ready to defend themselves.
Oh my.
Amazing. I love this scene.
Yeah,
great.
Me too.
Thank you all for joining us. Please stick around to watch our next show, which is Power Play, a superhero show. But let's go around the table one more time, and everyone can say who they are and what they do. We started with William and Jonas, so let's start with Molly this time.
That's me. My name is Molly McIsaac. I've been playing Moss Magnificent. You can follow me on the internet at Molly McIsaac. It is spelled the way that it is spelled right down there. It's Isaac with Meg on the front. And it's 2 A's, not 2 S's. And also here on Twitch, I am Night Glimmer. And also please check out the Basic Witches. And I am once more going to reach out and say, if you know anyone who works at Facebook, please get them in touch with me, because Facebook has decided that I'm too much of a liberal troublemaker and has completely nerfed me from the website, and I need it for social media and promotion reasons. So especially because I do the Basic Witches, which our main platform is on Facebook, and I do that show with my best friend Jordan, and there are new episodes coming soon. So even though I am no longer on Facebook, you can go check it out at the Basic Witches, and it is my best friend Jordan and I trying fall-themed treats, and it's very silly, and I think you will enjoy it. That is everything. Okay. And also please follow me on Twitch. Okay. Yep. Okay. Bye.
Go for it.
Hi, I'm Krug, and I would like to tell you that you should check out Game Gorgon on YouTube. There was not a Game Gorgon last week because instead of that, I was on a different Pathfinder 2nd Edition content creators channel, No Nat Ones, and No Nat Ones and I and Basics for Gamers all did a game show. You should go check it out. You should post mean things about me in the comments, or I mean, if you want, you can also post nice things about me in the comments. That'd be great too. And you should like their channel, or you should subscribe to their channel, like the video, because it was really good, and their content is generally really good, and I really enjoy it. And you should also just give it a chance because it's really cool. And then next week, end of this week, we have a build guide coming out. So yay, build guide.
Yeah.
Woo.
Alrighty, William and Jonas, go for it.
I'll go first this time. My name is Jonas, they, them, but you knew that at the beginning. I'm on Twitter at Jonas Newhouse. William and I are also in a band together called Glass Beach. We're on social media as at Glass Beach Band. Website is glassbeach.band, and all of our other links are on our link tree, which is linkter.ee/glassbeachband. And I wanted to ask really quick, Rowan is a character from the Discord, right?
Correct.
I'm wondering for the person who created Rowan, if Rowan is created in reference to or with an awareness of the Ranger Rowan from Greetings Adventurers. Just a question, just a thought that I had. Let me know in the chat.
Yeah, that's Kate Cunning. So
that's Kate Cunning. Oh, cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Kate Cunning is one of our GMs.
One of the GMs. Yeah.
Who's in fact dating a werewolf on the server. So that's why she got pulled into this storyline.
Cool. No, actually. Okay, cool. I guess it's just a good name for someone with a bow. Just curious about it.
Awesome. Keep going.
Cool. And I'm William. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at KWilliamWhite. This is fun. I am also in that band. I run 2 other shows for QueueTimes. One is called Killer Set. The other one is called Hijinks and Handlebars. And you can find both of those shows and playlists on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel. One called Hijinks and Handlebars, and then also Hijinks and Dungeon World. And then the other playlist is Killer Set. One is Kids on Bikes / like Dungeon World, and then one is Monster of the Week. So check those both out. It's a lot of fun. And
sorry, Mr. McDudd. Yes, you did.
Yeah, you missed the game. Sorry. Thanks for being here to hear me pimp out my social media, though. I really appreciate it. So again, that's K. William White. You can check that out. And thanks everybody for being here.
Awesome. My name is Jake. I am the GM. You can reach me on Twitter at IndigoQT, or you can head over to our Discord server where we hang out and talk and play games and stream sometimes on the Discord server specifically. So if you want to interact and hang out with us, that's the best place to do that. You can also be a part of our Patreon. And I'm going to do this to Krug. And Krug hates when I do this to him. So be prepared for this. We actually worked on some merch recently, and I think what would be kind of cool is if we release the merch on Patreon first. I don't even know if it's possible to like only release it to like a group of people or not. Probably not. But I think it might be cool to just release the one merch that we have.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you think?
That's possible. I think. I actually don't know either. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. But if you are a Patreon member, whether that is the $2 or the $5 tier, which are the only 2 tiers that we have, theoretically, we'll have some early merch for all of y'all. But if you join the $5 tier, you can actually join our play-by-post RP server where we all hop in and play, and we have special events. This month, we actually had a celebration to Lamash 2 where we all got to hang out and drink and have fun, and there was themed events going on, and there was a murder mystery. We had a little murder mystery on the server. We are averaging between 17 and 20 games a month, which is a lot of games on that server. So if you want to play Pathfinder 2nd Edition, if you want to RP and have some fun and you enjoy Pathfinder 2nd Edition, that is the place to be. If you want to see some of the crazy people that are on that server, and by crazy, I legit mean crazy and wonderful and amazing people, join them November 7th for their Extra Life game. We will be tweeting it out and posting it on social media before the event itself. So go hang out with them, have a wonderful time watching them and getting to know all of them. That being said, that is the end of our show. See you all next week.
Extra Life
on the 7th.
Extra Life on the 7th.
Did I not say Extra Life on the
Not at the end, but
Not at the end.
Sorry, I did forget one other thing. Also, make sure to go and check out the Beatles and Grimm Kickstarter and check that out if you haven't supported that. Do. It is a really, really cool thing. Now that's it. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh.